get ready. You're about to get a masterclass in learning things. Hi, I'm Shy Sensei. Now I know what you're thinking. Is that guy Asian? But I can assure you that any potion or elixir promising seemingly too good to be true results is usually just a guy on meth selling you meth. Now, first off, I'd like to apologize to everyone who tuned in to this esteemed video establishment expecting to see my TED Talk presentation, what the weebs are doing to our soil. But I found in researching that, I found something so much deeper. I am like woke, you guys. Woke. You know, because, you know, I literally just woke up. I've been doing so much research. I've been watching so much videos. I've been poring over all these pictures, documents. I've been drinking so much Mountain Dew. So much deeper. I'm so committed. I mean, look, can you see? I'm doing the whole Maury thing here. Okay, good. I felt buck naked without that. I plan on using plank as a pointing device, but I stole this from my therapist, and I feel that looks pretty cool. It's kind of got that Star Wars thing going, which is gonna, you'll see. You're gonna see. You'll all see. So, in doing research for that stupid weeb thing about the soil, I got super distracted by a series of posts on some bad Facebook pages. They're all like wondering, you know, what happens, you know, is it possible that one or all of the members of Babymetal would be replaced with new members? And I was like, yes. Anyway, this comes up like every few days. Some new person will come and they'll say, you know, what happens, you know, what if Yi metal or Mo metal gets replaced? What's, you know, what will happen? I envy you, your ignorance. You're stupid. But okay, get ready. You're about to get a masterclass in learning things. Get this. Yui metal has already been replaced. We're like on version 17 of Yui. Where were we? Yui bot. That's a popular meme. Everyone's like, she's like a robot. Look at her. It's like, you guys, that's what they want you to think. And then they want you to know that that's what they want you to think, so then you don't think it, because that's what it is, except it's only part. It's only part. So let me explain. Tomatoes. Oh, shit. When it comes to Yui, we just need to start at the basics. What do we know? First of all, she's in Babymetal, and they got this whole Illuminati thing going on that is just for the sheeple. You think this ends at the Illuminati? This is where it starts. Tomatoes. She likes tomatoes. If anyone has anything to say about Yui, tomatoes, get out. I'm sick of it. I'm literally sick. Makes me vomit to see these tomato things. Yes, we get it. Tomatoes, member of the Nightshade family. Nightshade, the harbinger, all nightshade plants, harbinger of death. And maybe you haven't noticed this, but Yui, she seems to be kind of obsessed with death.
Babymetal this. Babymetal this. Babymetal this. Babymetal this.
death to humans.
Affirmative. I poked one, it was dead.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. And that literally has nothing to do with my point. I know what you're thinking. Monsanto. You're thinking Monsanto because we think that quite a bit. So Monsanto obviously has been mixing DNA of aquatic life with tomatoes to turn us into floppy little fish people. They've been doing this for so long. They've got these squid now that shoot ink. They will shoot ink out. What the hell is that? That is literally bizarre. That is like, well, I'm just gonna shoot lightning bolts out of my fingernails or canned beans out of my ass. That is weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's like literally not of this earth. So we've got squid to deal with. What does squid look like? In this picture, kind of like Ariana Grande. Now that's another thing. That's another thing that we know about Yui. She is obsessed with Ariana Grande. And so I became obsessed as well because that's how you play the game. That's how you play the game. So I watched so much Kat and Sam. I watched every episode several times. And then I also, kind of in the middle of there, I got distracted and I got really into the sweet life of Zach and Cody. I mean, look at this crazy bitch. She hates America. Okay, that's normal. But who eats a donut like that? The obvious conclusion is that Ariana Grande is an alien, just like Yui, and also a robot. And now I know I'm always streets ahead of you. I'm always 2 steps ahead. You're like, okay, so why would an advanced race of aliens build a bunch of robots, take them across the universe, and unleash them upon humanity when it would be like way more simple and logical to come across the universe with your alien technology and use local materials to build your robot Yui army? And that's actually a good point. I had kind of like tears a big hole in my whole life's work. But setting that aside, we go from aliens to perfect combustion. Who is obsessed with perfect combustion? Probably aliens and robots and possibly deep sea life. So we're tying it back up now. It's not so easy to take me down. I mean, who do you think you're playing with? I've got stacks, I've got binders of robot alien women, just binders. All this research, I've invested so much time. In fact, I don't have time to read all this. I imagine that you're like, okay, I'm sold. You've proved it. You've proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Yui is a robot and or alien, of which there are several. So probably robot, unless it's like a self-replicating type of alien thing. Which, you know, it's possible. So, anyway, in the course of this distraction in which I live every day, I found some things, you guys. I went to the video. I went to the source. And this kind of Illuminati imagery is just meant to throw you off the trail by being exactly goddamn correct. Now, everybody knows that when large secret, omniscient, all-powerful organizations want to do something. They trick you instead of just doing it because it's funny. It's really funny. You should see the looks on your faces. Within that misdirection, they always plant these clues that you can find because, again, it's just... I mean, they're really clever bastards. We know that UFOs are real. We know that. And so using that as a jumping off point. UFOs are a integral part of the Babymetal tapestry. All the symbology that they use, as well as, like, you know, Star Wars imagery, which they use quite a bit, and for some reason haven't been sued yet. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, the UFO thing. It's not even just Babymetal. It's all of Amuse. Amuse is basically probably run out of like a space barge. Even Sakuragakuen used this alien and UFO imagery in Ayogaba Totoshi. I know I'm gonna fuck this up just forever. Ayogaba Totoshi. Ayogaba Totoshi. It's like a song for graduation. I can't. Look, I'm not the one on trial here. So anyway, here's how they do.
ちょっと見て。見て。え？これどうやって動かせばいいの？あ、もう何でもいいから押しちゃってみて。そうだね。
I mean, clearly, and you know, with 2020 retrospect hindsight, it's obvious Yui is a robot alien, and I mean that's like not even something you would question. At the time, though, you didn't realize it because you're like, okay, there's Yunano, she's getting in a spaceship, and look, they're sending her away, and you're like, yeah, okay, I can get behind that. After seeing all of this, after finding all of this, after making all this up, I was as convinced as anyone that I was right. It turns out the whole answer is in the Tokyo Dome Black Knight show, the DVD. You've seen it. Don't look at me like that. They go out from like the middle stage off on these little conveyor belts with coffins symbolizing death, like death. All this is like death, pretty much. Oops, I'm sorry. Come here, George. Okay. Okay, so I gotta wrap this up because my doggy daycare people have quit. Where was I? So they're on these. It's like symbolizing death and stuff. Yeah, and during the performance, Yui, you know, Moa, she like got her hood up, but Yui doesn't. I mean, the parallels to the shoeless Paul McCartney are uncanny. At the end, after all the performance, you know, they go out. Sue falls. Yui, due to her advanced alien technology, gyroscopic thingamabobbers, does not fall. Because she's an alien or a robot. Okay, so I got it all out. Yui, we see your true colors shining through because you are a deep sea alien robot submarine Yellow Submarine, Dead Paul McCartney. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. What was my original thought? Oh, it was about how people new to the fandom are always like, will any of the girls be replaced? Nah, probably not. Probably not. I mean, I could see either Yui or Moa possibly being replaced. It would probably be easier to replace both of them rather than just one of them. And of course, there would have to be a tremendous effort made by the member leaving to endorse their replacement. Otherwise, the fandom, I just don't think, would accept them. And Sue is probably irreplaceable. So, yeah, I mean, really, that's about all there is to say on that subject. I mean, replaced, obviously, other than, like, a different alien replicant robot type of cyber bio DNA girl. See you. Now, the material I am bringing to light to share with the world, I didn't do it alone. I did almost all of it alone. I did have some help. I had my assistant, who, obviously, he asked some questions, and some things happened. Certainly not in my hands.